Bob Hallmark in Longview. We're going to talk a little bit about something that we have told you before, which is the Hand Up program initiative that was brought up and is now actually functioning in Longview, where you see these signs. We're going to show one to you. Now these signs have a code, a QR code on it, and these QR codes will allow you to donate money, not only donate to charities, but a specific charity that you want to donate to. Now, this has already been enacted, so to find out how we're doing on this right now, we're going to be joined now by Longview Public Information Officer Richard Yakeley. Richard, I guess this brilliant idea, people have said, why didn't we think of this before?
Yeah.
How's it going right now?
Well, I mean, a lot of credit to the police department and to Chief Boone, who kind of had this vision. I mean, the goal is really to allow residents who maybe would want to give to someone in need, but are concerned about just giving straight cash to a person and how that would affect that person's lifestyle or their choices. They actually give them a way to donate, but to organizations that we know that can provide, again, that hand up instead of the handout, right? And so there have been several organizations that have already come on board. We're still accepting applications for other organizations to come on board and to be listed through that. And I hear that some of them have started getting donations through the signs as well. So there's two opportunities, right? If you're a organization in our community that is serving residents, that you apply to be listed as one of the places that can receive money. But then if you are a business or a property owner and you want one of the signs that is one of the conduits to give money, you can also do that. And you can find all of that at longviewtexas.gov/givesmart or /givesmartly. And you can find that information on our website about how to get in touch with either of those avenues.
Okay. Now you do have to qualify for something like this. There is a criteria, and one of them is you have to kind of keep track of who is donating to you, and that's important because there are some charities that don't do that. I mean, they just simply don't keep track of who is being giving donations and things like that.
Yeah, the goal of the program is to support our local businesses that are our local organizations that are supporting our local people. And so you're right, there are a few criteria that were set up, and the main point is to avoid having national organizations or even if they do work in Longview, if they're not a Longview organization, right? Or organizations from other communities that, you know, might be doing great work in their communities but aren't located here. All those criteria are designed to do is really to make sure that the people and the organizations that are included in this program are folks who are here and who are serving the folks here.
Though the sign is starting to become more frequent in windows, for some the criteria is problematic. For Highway 80 Rescue Mission Director Brian Livingston, that criteria has to be clarified.
Some of the documentation is a little bit vague, we feel. The biggest one I can think of is the something about a certain percentage being from Longview. We don't really know what from Longview means, and we're here to help anyone that shows up at our door needing help. So I can't tell you where every single person staying here is originally from.
The one thing that we have been trying to eliminate here is something that's already on the books, which is those folks who panhandle. And that's one of the things that can be eliminated by something like this, is because if you really want to help somebody, you really don't want to give them the money on the street. What you want to do is give it to somebody who can actually give them actual assistance, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, Longview residents are very generous folks. They have big hearts, right? And they see someone in need and they want to support them, right? So this is giving them the tools to support them in a way that will do the most good. And that's the goal of it, and we're glad that folks are starting to come on board. We're glad that organizations are starting to sign up for it, and we're glad that some folks are seeing the signs and starting to donate to those organizations through the code. I mean, really, that's what we want to see. We want to see our community helping organizations that help those folks in our community who need it, right? And hopefully we'll continue to see that grow.
All right, Richard, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, and we'll have much more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV Web Extra, I'm Bob Hallmark.